Hey guys, it's Ed from Nat Group Real Estate. I'm here to share with you a little bit more gold from the AREC 2012 conference. Now, we're going to stick with Tim Smith, the US agent who is kicking gold, and he had quite a bit of gold. So, what I'll cover here is the stuff that he, or what I'll quickly cover, is the stuff that he talks about in neuro-linguistic programming, the way that we think as humans. So he's got some questions that he asks, and the question that he asks people when it's either a buyer or a seller, and it can be about, you know, reducing your price or aligning your price or buying that house or not buying that house. So the questions that he asks is basically, what will happen if you do? And then what will happen if you don't do it? And then he gets them to quantify it. So, you know, what will happen if we align your price with the market? And you let them think about it and they go, well, I guess we'll sell. That's right. Well, what will happen if you don't do it? Well, I guess we won't sell, and we're stuck here. And he goes, okay, well, you know, well, what won't happen if you don't? That's another one of the questions. What won't happen if you don't? Well, what won't happen is, I guess I don't get to go to my next home, or my daughter can't go to the next school, or we won't get the acreage property that we really wanted, or we've got this big family in a small house, I guess we'll have to stay here. So what he's really good at doing is he asks them, you know, can you quantify the value of doing it? And they mean, what do you mean? And he goes, well, can you quantify what's that worth to you? No, what is it worth to you to move your family to that big acreage home? What's it worth to you to get your daughter to that next school? Or as a buyer, you know, what's it worth to you to move your family into this home that you really need? And he sells a lifestyle thing, so it's more like, you know, I guess he gets them to think in their head, what, you know, if you do it, what will happen to your life? And if you don't do it, what will happen to your life? And he actually gets them and he says, you know, can you quantify it? Can you tell me, can you put a value on not doing it? And can you put a value on doing it? And it seems that he gets a lot across the line that way. So he'll get a lot of buyers actually buying properties, and importantly, he gets a lot of sellers aligning their price so that they can move on because they start thinking of that original goal that they really wanted. So that's just a little bit into the way the mind works. And I'm really big on NLP and positive talk, you know, not asking people, you know, or saying the words, you know, can you not do that? I'll say, well, it'll be great if you do that, won't it? So it's changing the words around to a positive spin rather than a negative spin. So I'll never say can't, won't, I'll always say no, is it possible, or something like that. You've got to change it, you've got to spin it around, and that's when you get people thinking. So hopefully that gets you a little bit into the way that the mind works, and gets a bit of gold. I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, I do training webinars, so I'll cover a lot of this stuff in those webinars every single month to help people elevate to the next level. Talk to you soon. Love it. Hope you're making this real estate world a great place.